Brexit Secretary David Davis took part in less than an hour of discussions with the EU on the first day of substantive negotiations with Brussels before his early return to Westminster prompted suggestions that the government's parliamentary weakness was impeding the talks. Officials for the Department for Exiting the EU (DEXU) insisted that Davis had always intended to leave the talks. After a meet and greet with the EU's chief negotiator, Michel Barnier, but the cabinet ministers' swift exit from the proceedings raised eyebrows in Brussels. Shortly after Davis's return, he voted twice with the government to defeat a Labour motion that would have increased the amount of time allotted to backbenchers' legislation. The vote carried a three-line whip from the government. EU diplomats have feared since the general election that Theresa May's lack of a parliamentary majority could prove a distraction or actively hinder progress in the negotiations. Davis's departure from Brussels came shortly after he had called for the negotiating teams to get down to business. Play video 043. Time to get to work. David Davis in Brussels for Brexit negotiations. Video Keir Starmer, the shadow Brexit secretary, claimed the British government was proving itself unable to negotiate. He said, since the election, the government has been in disarray. There is no agreed cabinet position on vital Brexit issues. The negotiating team is not prepared and the Prime Minister has lost her authority. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking and the risks are increasing day by day. Can Brexit be stopped? Not by a second referendum. Polly Toynbee. Read more. David Davis can hardly say, "This is the time to get down to business," and then spend only a few minutes in Brussels before heading back to Whitehall.